Hello friends, Rita Lawrence, and I am back with the last video of my Science of Getting Rich Mindset series. Now this video is going to cover chapter 16, which is cautions and concluding observations, and also the summary. I am going to be reviewing more of the principles in this book in the Freedom Mastery group during our weekly calls. So feel free to join in there and learn more about that. And here we go. All right, so first of all, I am where I am because I have made a commitment to be obedient, to be coachable, to be open, and learn principles and learn, success from people that have already been there and done that. There is very little in my life. I mean, I always say, I learned some things from experience, and I have, and those things have taken a long time to learn. So anything that has been efficient and on, track, and where I've had a map to follow has been given to me through other successful people. So I just want to say that I'm very thankful for that. The next thing I want to jump right into is anything that you do, anything that we do, and that we have a desire for and a dream for is going to take practice, right? Even just this book, even just reading this book, it has taken practice to learn these principles, and I'm still learning them. I would not say that I've mastered them by any means. However, I am learning from those that are mastering them, that have mastered them. And, it's with anything that you want to do. I mean, this might be, a book on riches and success, but if you're looking to be a singer, you're going to want to learn from a singer at the level that you want to be at. So if you just want to be it to be a hobby, then you're going to learn from somebody that might not be that great. They might not charge that much, but that's all you're going to learn to that level. If you want to be on America's Got Talent, you're going to have to give a little more commitment and training to learn at that level. Karate, if you want to be a black belt, you got to learn from a black belt. Am I right? Right. So remember that it's going to be a journey. Remember that you want to learn from documented people, whatever area it is that you're looking to succeed at. It could just be being a mother. True success is when somebody is doing what is in their heart to do. And the first thing when I wake up is I am so blessed and grateful to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. I work from home when I do work, and be a wife and a mother first. That has always been my dream. So I feel successful. I know that I am a success. Now, has there been other things that come into my path, like my coaching services, and in the past I've been in different network marketing companies, my photography business. There's been many things that I have found success in. But what I really, really want to inspire in you is that you are finding success in an area that is also bringing true fulfillment to you, right? There's going to be, yes, cute, you found it. There's going to be several different types of people that are going to read this book. First of all, people that don't even know it exists. They don't even know it exists. Those are out there. Then there's going to be the procrastinators. They're going to find out about it, and they're going to put it off and say, well, I don't read, or I don't have time, or is that really necessary? And then the third type are people, that are going to read it, study it, put it into action, and change their life and find success. So you can choose which of those areas that you're going to be, and make sure that you're leveling your expectations with what you're choosing to do. If you're choosing to procrastinate and not go through it, then nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to be any different than what it is right now. Now, if you're happy and if you feel your life and your choices and where you're at right now is serving you, awesome. It's a beautiful thing to be there, and I celebrate you. But truly, we don't have to do a whole lot each day. I mean, we're really seeking to get 1% better each day. Just 1%. My camera looks a little cloudy. Hopefully everything looks okay. So what does this book teach us? It teaches us how to do something, what to do, when to do something, but in the end, it really brings clarity to the fact that without belief and without believing that you can do all of these things, whatever it is that you're looking to do, then you've got to realize that if you don't have the belief, then it's not going to happen. You've got to have the belief, and then this is the certain way. This is absolutely going to give you the principles of that certain way to find success, and it applies to every area of life. I've said this over and over again. If you're looking for tangible riches, great. If you're looking for intangible richness in your life, that's great too, and it will all come together. Know that. There's been all kinds of people that I've encountered and that, are out there. People pleasers. I used to be one. You're going to have to really put aside that need to have everybody agree with you and, to always bring peace. Now, I've always considered myself a peacemaker, but truthfully, in the end, it was because I wanted that, a community of people that believed in me and what I was doing and exactly where I was. And I was just trying to please them, fall in love with you. Because that's one of the big things this has brought to me. I have been able to learn to fall in love with myself all over again and not need the people to love me and to agree with me and to, be pleased with me. I've been able to now be pleased with myself. And that's what, I hope that by this time this is beginning to inspire in you. Genesis 12:2, I'm going to read this. It says, I will bless you so that you can be a blessing, right? So it's a beautiful, beautiful and intentional thing for us to attain riches and blessings so that then we can go out and serve the world around us. Because truly, what big contributions can we really make if we are not successful, fulfilled, and rich in our own life? Most people aren't interested in being a blessing to others. We can want things for ourselves all we want. But until we realize the importance of giving that out and blessing others with what we have, what good is it for us to attain anything? If it's for selfish reasons, for, power, that kind of thing. Not being creative, living in fear, just not having a giving mentality. So you've got to be a giver. God's got to have a reason to bless you. I'm just going to say that. Why would he, give to you anything that you're not willing to give and help others with? Okay, let's see. Where are we at? So, one of the beautiful things here that I wrote is, how cool is it that the same God that created mountains, oceans, galaxies, everything, looked at you and thought the world needs one of you, right? I mean, that's so powerful. So all of you listening know that is you. That's what a miracle you are. You're literally in that same area as all these other miracles that have been created. And whether you believe in God or not, you got here somehow. That is a miracle in itself. You want to acquire the knowledge that you need. You want to develop your gifts, find them, then develop them and give them away and help others develop theirs. I mean, that's the beautiful part of this course, is that I'm able to help give to others. And don't think that you're not capable or able. That's one thing that this absolutely proves as you go through each chapter, is that there's a science to it. It's not dependent on an outside, source. It makes no difference of education, ability, all of the things that a lot of people are waiting on, going from, wanting the dream to achieving the dream, wanting the riches to achieving the riches. There's always all of this stuff in between that we think needs to be done, that we think needs to be attained, education, learning, getting ready. And truthfully, all of that stuff is not a need. It makes no difference. The untaught Lincoln, look at the impact he made in the world. And that's just one example. The same source that gave him the inspiration and the ability is the same source we have access to today. Please remember that. To do the greatest work in government that he did, literally that same power is open to you. And this makes it very, very clear. Some people think that the government needs to change, or that the state they're in, where they're living, needs to change, or that they're just, stuck somewhere because of an outside force. And the truth is that you're not. The truth is it's unlimited. You've got to reframe your mind, go from competing to being creative, is very important. The reason the majority are suffering is because the world works complete opposite of what we think, of what we've learned so far, and of where we're at right now. Most of us have basically learned wrong. And now that you've gone through the whole book and you've read everything, you're probably having some paradigm shifts and being open to that a little bit more. My mentor says this quote all the time: if what you know that you know that you know isn't so, when would you like to know? Well, I'm just so grateful that I said now. I want to know now. Like, I don't want to waste time and spend time giving to something that is not true for me. So, what do? You pick a coach, you pick a mentor, you pick that black belt that has achieved the success that you are looking for, whatever area that is in your life, your love life, your business maybe. You find that person. What's the key? You find out what that key was for them, and then you follow it exactly. You don't ask questions and you don't change the recipe. I heard a mystic say yesterday, the hungry don't ask questions. If food's put in front of them, they're going to eat it. The drinking also, do not ask questions. If you're thirsty and given something to drink, you just drink it because you are thirsty, and it's a life-giving. So the same thing when it comes to coaching and mentorship. The reason why we have recipes that we give people for their success, whether it's business success or, relationship success, if things have worked and they know that they worked, then if they're willing to share that with you, you follow the recipe. If you've cooked anything, you know the importance of following a recipe. Learn and master the principles that you need for that area. I got to be personally coached, trained, mentored, taught by someone that's definitely mastered these principles. And, that's Robert Hollis, Melody Ryba. You can connect with them. It's a huge difference in piecemealing a recipe. Getting a map that's missing pieces. Don't do that. I've done that before. If you're going to learn to dance, you got to learn by dancing. Don't wait until you know how before you start, because you're never going to learn how to dance. And this is any dance, it's an analogy. You're never going to learn how to do the business you want to do until you start doing it. You're never going to learn how to love your spouse the way you want to until you start doing it. You're never going to learn how to, grow your team until you actually start putting the pieces into action and doing it. So just get out there and do it. Know that you're capable. Know that you're worthy. Find the people that are doing it and that have found success. I can't repeat that enough. Hone in, master the skills. If you have questions, you can reach out to me. You can email me, Rita@ritalawrence.com, or you can send me a private message on Facebook. I'm generally not in my messages or even on much on the weekends. So, give me time during the week to get back to you. But I'm here to answer any questions that you have in any area. And again, I don't have all the answers. This is not of me. This is, some of it is from my life experiences, but I don't have all the answers. And if I don't have them, I will find somebody that does to help you. Here's what I know. God created you to lead by example. God created me to lead by example. So I got out there and I started doing what I wanted to do and what God put in my heart to do. When I started my portrait business, I got out there and photographed every day and learned that camera like the back of my hand. When I started my network marketing company, I got out there and talked to people every day, connected with my sponsor, got the map whatever map I could get at the time to find success. Gave everything I could, poured my heart into it. And that is how I grew, by doing it. So know that you've got to do the same thing. God created you to learn and to help people and not to be limited in what you think you can accomplish. He is abundance in us. God, and the source of who we are, the energy you are, is limitless. Realize that you've got a responsibility to take what you've learned now and give it back out there, because people are starving for wisdom. The world is full of knowledge and education. Our school systems, that's all they teach. Where are we going to gain wisdom and heart set? Us. There's so much stuff out there, literally drowning. We are drowning. I mean, most people don't even know where to start. Like, what book do I read? There's 500 and some thousand books on personal growth. I mean, there's, where do we start? The wisdom. Start there. Start with just simply giving wisdom, gaining it, and then giving it. I haven't mastered this yet. I am working on it. I am committed to being consistent and disciplined in mastering this. I will read this book over and over again, and we will continue to discuss it on our calls here in the group. My mentor's been doing that. He actually has a course called Mastering the Science of Getting Rich, and I highly recommend that after you've gone through my course here, that you go, if you haven't already gone through his, that you go through his as well, because he's at a higher level, a different level. He's gone through it way more times and can definitely provide a higher level of wisdom and insight. Learn how to become the person that you need to be in order to contribute to others, because our goal here is to make the most of ourselves so that we can be the best for everyone around us. That is what this book is based on, and it is super close to my heart. I love this path. I love this gift. I love what I have found here, the value, the spiritual insight, the wisdom, the knowing that I did not have before. And I know that it's for everyone. I know that everyone can benefit from this. I absolutely do. You should absolutely work on learning to master this and on becoming the best that you can. Wallace Wattles wrote 2 other books, and here's where I'm going to end today. Know that anything is possible. Stick with us in here in the group to continue to learn and grow. The next book review I'm going to do is called The Science of Getting Well, and it's going to go into health and wellness, and we're going to learn some amazing principles and apply them to being well, to our bodies, to a fitness, to our health, to our pain. And if you are like me, or if you know anyone like me, it is not fun, and it is hard and difficult to be in pain every day. And I've been on this journey, and I have to admit that through a lot of the discipline and a lot of the resources, including the morning mastery routine, I have actually found physical benefits, improved physical well-being through this. So I'm excited to get to the next book, because I know that there's even more to come, right? We never arrive. There is never a final arrival, right? So I'm so grateful to have shared this last chapter here with you. To take your faith and live on that faith. And it doesn't have to be based in a religion or anything like that. What is in your heart that you want to do? Know that you can do it. And I give you permission to live beyond what you ever imagined possible. I believe in you, and I love you. And we'll talk again soon. Bye.